Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Joseph Ward, the founder of On the Shoulders of Giants, and I'm not just the founder, I'm the author and the creator of the On the Shoulders of Giants book and blog series. And as you know, on this channel we keep it real. First and foremost, try my best to give information in a way that it makes sense so we can actually use this information to uplift and empower our people. History is the foundation of this whole channel. I'm a historian. I love African history and I love teaching African history, and I want to make sure our people know who we are. Now, today's video is dedicated to our dear brother who just passed, Baba Dick Gregory. So first, want to give a moment of silence for our brother Dick Gregory. Now, we want to celebrate his life. 80 years. He did his thing for 80 years and was unapologetic about how he did what he did. And the methods and the way he gave information. He was able to connect to generations. To different generations. I mean, the man was brilliant. The man was fearless. The man really, really loved his people. And I think that he and our other ancestors laid great groundwork, laid a great foundation for us to pick up and carry the torch. We have to carry the torch for our ancestors. We have to understand that our time is now. It is now that we pick up the mantle for our ancestors. We cannot sit around and expect the people we idolize and the people that we enjoy listening to and the people that we look up to. We cannot sit around and expect them to live forever and fight forever. We have to pick up the slack. We have to pick up this ball and move forward and make sure that we lead our people to our true liberation. That's what I'm getting from this. And I don't know. It's just what's on my heart to say. Dick Gregory was an amazing man and I learned a lot from him. But one thing I did learn from him is you got to get up and you got to get active. You have to make it happen. Nobody's going to give us anything. It is our time now. It's time for you to stop being afraid. It's time for me to stop being afraid. It's time for us. If you are afraid, I'm not going to put that on everybody. If you are afraid, if you are unsure, if you just have no idea where to start with giving back to the community through your talents. Whatever it is that you are good at, go out into the community and use that talent to uplift your community. Everybody has different roles to play. It might not be for you to pick up exactly where our dear brother Gregory, his lane. That may not be your lane. We're not asking anyone to step outside of themselves and be something that you're not. We're asking you to be the best that you are within your lane. That's all we're asking. And like I said in the previous video, it's up to all of us to become leaders. Now, what that means, that doesn't mean that we're so egotistical that we cannot take direction from others. But what that means is we will not sit around and wait on somebody to do something for us that we can do for ourselves. We have to pick up the mantle and move forward. It is our time. Now is the time. Now is the time. If we don't pick up the mantle, our children will be here 50 years from now saying the same things that we are saying now. That's going to be the reality. But that's not going to be our reality because we are moving forward. Independence is ours. Liberation is ours. We don't want to be equal. Liberation is ours. The ability to self-actualize is ours. The ability to prosper is ours. The ability to build family structure, strong, healthy family structures is ours. The ability to use economics to build your community, to build your people, to get the resources we need. It's our time now. And I'm here to tell you that we are going to do it. We are going to do this. Liberation is ours. We're going to pick up the mantle from our ancestors. And we're going to move forward. And we're going to move forward in organized, strategic manners that truly help to uplift and empower. And I was also thinking about this the other day. Like Brother Gregory, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Francis Cress Welsing, Harriet Tubman, all of our leaders. To me, in my opinion, they all left pieces of the puzzle. Because I feel like we sometimes get caught up in one person's ideology. And we keep going down this road and nothing's changed because we keep going down with this one person's ideology. My opinion, all of our ancestors left different pieces to the puzzle. We should study all of them and use what we can, put together what we can, and use what we can. Because there are pieces to this puzzle. They're there. All we have to do is work together to put this puzzle together. And we can actually see the map of what we need to do. Studying our history. Studying our enemy's history. Organizing. Strategizing. Uniting. Loving each other. Building strong, solid black families and black communities. True black communities. Uplifting and upholding our culture. Teaching our culture. Passing down traditions from one generation to the next. Teaching our adults to love themselves so they can teach our children to love themselves. That reinforcement of self-love is needed. Our brother Dick Gregory, he didn't hold any punches, and we shouldn't either. He was unapologetic. We should be as well. Man, I'm going to miss that brother. Definitely I'm going to miss that brother. But he empowered me to move forward. He empowered me to take the mantle. He empowered me to speak my truth. He empowered me to be able to go out and be an asset for my people. That's the same thing I'm asking you and I'm telling you. Be an asset for your people. Be an asset for your community. I'm not going to tell you not to mourn. I'm not going to tell you how to mourn. I'm not going to tell you to be sad, not to be sad. I'm not going to tell you what you should feel. But what I am going to tell you is we have to pick up this mantle, and it's on us to make our future better. It's on us to make a difference. Our ancestors, they did their job. They did a fine job. They did a great job. Now it's our turn. It's on us. No excuses. No excuses. It's on us to make a difference in our communities, in our world. We're dealing with global white supremacy. What are you going to do to fight white supremacy? What will be the lane that you take? Develop yourself in whatever it is that you do. Become the best at it and use that talent to make a change in our communities. Use that talent to teach our young black boys and our young black girls how powerful they are. Use your talents to make this world better for our children. That's what we're going to do to honor our ancestors. That's the best thing we can do to honor our ancestors, is become the greatest versions of ourselves. And in that process, uplifting and empowering our people. That's what we're here for. Brother Gregory, I definitely salute you. I enjoy listening to your lectures. I enjoy listening to you snap on people. I'm not even gonna lie. I enjoy listening to Dick Gregory. He snapped on them interviewers. And he was telling the truth. Another thing we learned is you should always be in a constant state of learning. Always be in a constant state of learning. How much can you learn? And not just what can you learn. Do you understand what you've learned? And can you apply what you've learned? Do you understand what you've learned? And can you apply what you've learned? That's important. That's where it is. That's where we are. So love yourself. Love yourself enough to make yourself better, make your community better, not just for you, but for the people around you. Be selfish enough to improve yourself, but be selfless enough to show others the way to self-improvement. Be a resource, like our dear brother Gregory was. Be a resource to your people. Be accessible to your people. Right? Love your people. Loving your people, loving yourself is loving God, that universal creator. It's within us. It's everywhere around us. And the best way we can show gratitude to our universal God, that universal force in our ancestors, is to be the greatest versions of ourselves. Brother Gregory, once again, my hat goes off to you. I appreciate everything you taught us. I appreciate all of the energy and the sweat and blood and tears that you put into this liberation of our people. All of the time that you put in. You could have been doing anything else. Your career could have took a whole nother lane, a whole nother trajectory. But you chose to fight for your people. You chose to use your platform to fight for your people. And I make sure that I do my best to use my platform to fight for my people, to uplift and empower my people. I'm Joseph Ward. This is On the Shoulders of Giants. Love yourself. Love your people. Let's uplift, let's empower, and let's show our ancestors that their deaths were not in vain. Black power.